Okay, I just wanted to record this. I don't know how this is going to fit into a video at all, but maybe it will, maybe it won't. I'm sat in my van minding my own business, and I get us out. I'm putting the solar panel away and all the rest of it, and the guy comes up and starts having a little chat with me. Nice guy, really nice guy from Romania, and called George, lives down the road there. And yeah, we just we just spent almost 3 hours just chatting randomly, putting the world to rights, and he's telling me all about sort of Romania back in the day when it was under, was it Ceausescu, was it, I think he said, and how hard life was back in Romania, and there's no doubt about it, it was tough, man, from what he was saying, really rough. I'm just shutting this computer down. And he told me how hard he had it and what life was like there and compared to here and all the rest of it. And he came up with, he's a bit of a conspiracy theorist, I think, from what he was saying. And I really enjoyed his theories. I enjoyed listening to him. I enjoyed listening to him talk. He was a really good guy. 72 years of age. Walks every day. His 2 little dogs, little Pomeranian things, I think. And he was a mechanic, bus driver, lorry driver, recovery person, vehicle recovery, that sort of thing. And yeah, and he invited me. He said they've got quite a big house down the way there. I think it's like something like 6 bedrooms or something. It's quite a wealthy area, this, actually, so it may well be right, because he had a big family with lots of kids, Romanian families, I guess, from what I can understand. I don't really know. And I just found him fascinating. I just found it such a breath of fresh air to have that conversation, and I feel invigorated and full of life now. It was brilliant. And he says, you can come down, park outside my house. He says, I have space for 9 cars. 9 cars. Sorry, I'm just trying to unplug my bits and pieces, guys. 9 cars. Jesus. And he says, you can park up and we can provide power, we can provide water. I thought, what a nice guy. What a nice guy. And I was trying to put across the message in our conversation that we were talking about wealth, and we were talking about corruption in power, and how wealth corrupts and how power corrupts, and how people feel that they have a freedom of life here in the UK and across other various so-called free democratic societies. That freedom is getting eroded, it's getting clawed back, and it's a bit of a delusion and illusion if people think they have freedom. They don't. You can vote for what policy you want, you can vote for whoever you want, but at the end of the day, it's those who've got the most money and the most power and the most backing that will make that decision, not you. And to make people think otherwise is a total nonsense, right? It's a total nonsense. And I don't care what anybody says, I believe that to be true. And nobody's yet to convince me otherwise, in all honesty. And I was talking about Russia, about Ukraine and that awful situation. I don't want to be political on this channel at all. It is an awful situation. There are no winners. There are no winners in that scenario and in that situation. There just aren't. People say, oh, well, yeah, we think that Ukraine can win or Russia can win or whatever. But both sides have already lost, really. Hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people have already lost. And that's why I think about it. I don't have any skin in the game, so it's easy for me to have an opinion like that, isn't it? And it might be completely utter bull, utter nonsense. You can correct me, guys, because it's just the way I think. But anyway, where was I? I've lost my train of thought now. Oh, that's right. But what he was saying was that at least Putin and Zelensky are doing, at least they're open and honest about it. Putin's never been anything but a dictator. I think they call it autocratic society. I don't know. I've no idea. But at least they're not hiding it. They're not shrouding it. And yet, here in the UK and other places, I sometimes feel that we are not a dictatorship. We're nothing like that. I know we're not. But sometimes it feels that way. It just feels that way. And it feels like it's just shrouded under a blanket and shrouded under a label that doesn't really fit the scenario and situation, if that makes sense. Anyway, let's go off on a different topic. So good old George from Romania. Oh, I love that guy. It was great. It was really, really fantastic to chat to him and just put the world to rights and that sort of thing. Complete and utter stranger just rocks up and starts chatting away at you, you know. And yeah, I loved it. It was brilliant. He's a good guy. Anyway, I just felt so invigorated straight after that conversation. I instantly picked the camera up to have that little chat with you as I put my computer away for the day. What a great way to spend a few hours, you know. Absolutely fantastic. Anyway, guys, if you've had any random conversations with strangers in your van life travels and you've really kind of thought, I really enjoyed that, then why not put a comment down below, because I love that. Anyway, guys, I'll catch you next time. Just a bit of a random one.